Good afternoon guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video is one that I made is a combination of the meals we've been eating this week from our Aldi shop. I didn't record them all because some of them were just repeats and some of them we were just too hungry and we started eating and sat down halfway through. Carl goes, "Did you record this?" And I go, "Crap, no, I forgot." That's how some of the meals turned out, but majority of them I think I got. So I hope you enjoyed this. I will link the shop, the €50 Aldi shop that it relates to. I'll link it up in one of these corners and I'll link it down below in the description for you. It's just, as I said, this week was week one. These are the meals we had week one. It was an easy week because we'd our pantry and our freezer. I know it's going to get harder as we go on, and in the middle of it all, I think I'm going into my mum's, but I'm still going to try and stick to it. But we'll see. We'll see. Hope you enjoy these guys, and I will talk to you at the end. Alright guys, this is today's brunch. I'm actually having it a bit late because Carl was up during the night not feeling very well, so we sort of had a bit of a lie-in this morning because we were up a lot of the night. So this morning I'm having, this is some leftover peach and pears that I have, so I'm just going to chop them up nice into bite-sized pieces. And I'm going to have that with some natural cottage cheese mixed through it. So the two of them mixed together. And then for on top, we're going to have some, see if I can get it to focus, the strawberry syrup. And that is going to be my lunch. But I will show you once it's all made up and ready to go. So that is it there. It is peach, pear, and cottage cheese with a strawberry syrup over the top. So that is today's lunch. Hi guys, so for tonight's dinner we're actually going to make spaghetti bolognese. So I am going to use only probably less than half, probably a third of this mince. I'm going to use a chili macaroni, a jar of the muty tomato sauce with chili pepper. I'm going to use some onion granules. I'm going to use some diced garlic, and I am going to use some chili puree. But what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to cook off the mince, season it up, and then I'm going to divide it because I'm going to make another dinner out of some more of the mince. Sorry, I'm actually out gardening. So I'm going to make another dinner out of some of the mince, which is going to be a savoury mince dinner, which is going to be savoury mince, baked beans, and I have to take out the rest of the ingredients for that. But tonight's dinner, first things first, we're going to brown off all the mince for these dinners. Right, so that's the mince on there. As you can see, there's a whole lot of juice. If I can just run them down here, there's a whole lot of juices coming out of that meat. So we will drain that off in a few minutes when it's cooked through. But right now I'm going to season it with salt and pepper, and then we're going to divide off what we want for tomorrow's dinner and the lunch the day after. Now this is the mince. It's actually fully cooked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually push all the mince up this end, tilt the pan, and then down here I'm going to use a kitchen towel just to soak up all that excess liquid that has come out of the meat. So I'll show you how much there is. Right, so I've moved the mince up one end of the pan, and that is all the liquid that has come off the mince. I mean, that's a fierce amount. So I'm going to use kitchen roll and I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to just take out all that. So when we go to reheat this or use it, it's not sitting in all that grease and water and everything else that's come out of the meat. That's why I don't recommend using an 18%, even a 10% in the slow cooker, because if that was in the slow cooker, your meal would literally just be sitting in all that grease and water and extra gunk that's come out of the meat. So we're going to go get rid of it, and then we'll divide out our mince. I actually changed my mind. I took the mince out and put it there. I'm actually going to measure and see. I don't know if I can do this one-handed, so you'll have to bear with me for a sec till I try and pour all that off there. Okay, let's have a look at this fella. So that there is, there's 150 grams of fat. 150 milliliters, not 150 grams, 150 milliliters of fat, and that's come out of the mince. So you really don't want that sitting in the slow cooker if you're using it for slow cooker. And I understand an awful lot of people buy this cut of meat and the 18% because it is a lot cheaper than the 5 or the 3%. And I get that, but if you are going to use it in the slow cooker, please, please, please cook it off before you put it in the slow cooker, to allow all that to drain off, and then put your mince into the slow cooker. But if you buy 3 or 5, you can literally just dump it straight into the slow cooker because there isn't that much to come out. Yeah, so put a good chunk back in. There's still over half left for tomorrow's dinner. Excuse me. So now I'm going to turn back on the heat, put my onion, my garlic and a little bit of chilli, and we are just going to dump that in and let that heat right back up. And then we are going to put the mooti it's tomato sauce back in, and that is with carabine peppers. And I'm going to get my pasta on. So I've put in the sauce now. I'm just going to put that on a low simmer. But if I wanted to bulk that up, if the 2 girls came up or my mum was here or whatever, I would add a tin of tomatoes and maybe a little bit of veg if I really needed to bulk it up. Usually a tin of tomatoes on top of that, and I would just bulk it up a bit more. So I'm just waiting for my pasta the water to boil so I can put my pasta in. So I'm going to leave that on a low simmer, and then once my pasta is done, we're ready to serve. Alright, so this is tonight's dinner. This is Carol's dinner. This is my dinner, and there's still some left over for lunch in the morning or tomorrow afternoon. Right, that's it. Happy out. No funny. Okay guys, so for tonight's dinner we are going to have a buttermilk chicken breast burger in some brioche rolls. These are out of my pantry. I had these need using up. And we're going to have some chips. These are the chunky oven chips. We'll probably use about half the bag. And then we are going to have a jar of the baby carrots. Again, these are from my pantry. So I'll show you when it's all cooked and assembled and on the plate. Alright, so these are the chips. When they say chunky, they mean chunky. They are chunky. Anyway, so I've used just under half a bag of chips there. So, and the 2 chicken burgers can go in there as well. These are all going to go into the air fryer. I've taken them out of the 2 that were remaining in the box. I've taken it out because the box is huge, and obviously I don't have a very big freezer, so I took it out. They're the remaining 2 for next week, something for next week. I think it's something to do with them. And there's the other half bag of chips. Right, let's get cooking. Okay, so this is the dinner dish. This is the chicken fillet burger. It's on the top of a burger bun with cheese and some secret sauce, carrots and chips. So happy out, and that's Carol's dinner. My dinner. Alright guys, so for today's lunch I am going to actually have one of these par baked rolls. They only take 12 minutes to bake. So I'm going to put one of them on. Going to have it with some mixed leaf, bistro mixed leaves. Going to have it with some chicken tikka, sandwich filler, and a cup of minestrone soup. I will show you when it's all ready and ready to eat. Alright guys, so here it is made up. I did actually put cheese, so that's bistro leaves, chicken tikka and cheese on a par-baked demi baguette with some crisps and minestrone soup. So that is my lunch for today. Alright guys, so tonight's dinner we are actually going to have some savoury mince. We're going to have the mince we cooked off the other day, some potatoes to make mashed potatoes. I'm going to put baked beans into the savoury mince, some smoked paprika and some mixed vegetables. So that is going to be tonight's dinner. Alright guys, so put the mince back on the pan. I've put some of the veg, carrots, runner beans or green beans, sweet corn, peas, things like that. And there's the mince. I'm going to mix all that together, and then once they're all mixed in and the veg is melted down, I'm going to put on the sauce and the beans, and then that's fairly done. In the meantime, I'm going to cut up and cook up the baby potatoes for mashed potato. Going to leave skin on because they're plain potatoes, so I'm going to leave skin on, and we're going to cook these bad boys. Alright guys, so as you see now, the peas and all the veg have melted down into it, they've defrosted into it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour the beans in. They come out of the tin. Whoosh, out it goes. And then I'm going to put, I don't mix the sauce and the packet of stuff and the water. I just put the sauce in and then pour the water over it. So, and then I eyeball the water really to see how much we need. This is, how much is this? 300 millilitres. So I'm going to go give that a stir and probably get another 300 and then add it in gradually. I'm going to let that come up to the boil, all mix in, and then once my potatoes are done, that's salted water. Once my potatoes are done and boiled, soft to be poked with a fork, it's ready to serve. So that's the potatoes there, all mashed up, a good knob of butter, bit of salt, bit of pepper and a drop of milk. So I'm going to dish that now, just heating this lad back up. He's got lovely and thick, so we're going to dish it all up and we'll be ready to go. Alright, so this is the savoury mince all dished up on a bed of mashed potatoes with butter, milk and then the savoury mince on top. It's absolutely yummy. Alright guys, just made myself some popcorn as a snack and I've just melted a teaspoon of butter to go on it. Excuse me. I've been editing all day, so I'm not having a lunch or a breakfast. I'm just having some popcorn. So myself and Carl now are going to watch a film. I'm not sure which one. So I'm just making the popcorn to take to watch it. So I am going to put butter. So there's the butter all melted. But when I take it out, I do let it cool a little bit because it will crinkle up all my popcorn. So I'm going to put some salt and some black pepper on as well, but I need the butter to go on first. So I'm going to leave it a couple of seconds just to cool down so it doesn't wilt down all my popcorn on the way. Okay, butter's had about a couple of seconds, well, about a minute to cool down, but it'll still crinkle down some of the popcorn. So we're going to just spin it around it, and then we are going to put on some black pepper. I've already salted it. So there it is, all buttered, peppered and salted. So now I'm going to go up and finish it editing off my videos. Alright, so today's dinner is going to be breaded fish goujons, a tin of mushy peas and some of the chunky chips. So that is going to be today's dinner. Alright guys, so I just put out the chips for dinner. I actually, you know when you pour out the chips and go, I'm not really feeling chips today, I really don't want chips. So I've got about a third of a bag left there, so that can be Carl's to go with a pizza one of the days. I don't eat pizza, so I'll have to figure something else out. But instead of the chips, I am going to have this chilled potato au gratin. And that only takes 3 minutes in the microwave. I think it's meant to serve 2. but it's going to serve me today. Anyway, so that is what I'm going to have instead of the chips. I'm just not feeling chips today. Anyway, let's get the stuff on to cook. Alright guys, so this is my dinner. It is the garlic potatoes done in the microwave. That took 3 minutes, and I put some grated cheese on top and the fish goujons. And this is Carl's. This is his fish goujons, his chips. There is a few chips left over, not much. I'd say you'll have them. I just don't want to pile his plate. And now I'm going to get the, what you call them, the mushy peas. So there's his plate, mushy peas complete. So that is tonight's dinner. Okay guys, so for today's dinner, I am going to use the pork chops, but I'm going to use 3 of them, and I'm going to cut them up. The other 3 I'm going to freeze, because I won't get to them before they need to be used by. So I'm going to take 3 of them, cut them thin. I found these sauces while I was rooting through my sauce drawer thing. They're the sweet and sour stir fry sauce. I actually found one that was also a curry one, I think. Or was it a chow mein? No, a satay one. That's what it was, a satay one. So I found, but I managed to find 2 of them, because I don't have a jar. I forgot the jar in the shop last week. But I found 2 of them. I'm going to try this. This is stir fry vegetables. This is in the back of my press. I bought it up in Asda a while ago. So I'm going to try it, see what it turns out like. And then for the rice, I've got 2 packets of these golden vegetable rice. So worst comes to worst, we just bulk it up with the rice. So I will show you when we're cooking. So I've diced up the 3 pork chops, and I got a good bit of meat out of it. And I've also drained the tin of stir-fried vegetables. It smells gorgeous, but there's like a lot of veg in there. So that's what we're going to start off with. And I'll show you when it's all cooked and ready to dish. Alright guys, so this is how it turned out. That is the rice, the pork chops that I diced up, the tin of stir-fry vegetables, and the sweet and sour stir-fry sauce. So it looks and smells absolutely gorgeous. Alright guys, so as you saw, we had a couple of really nice meals, and we kept within budget. Now next week is going to be the bigger challenge. Obviously pantry is going to be a little bit less in it, and I only have €50 to do the shop for the week, so we'll see what happens with the next week, and I'll record as many of the meals as I can for you. Alright guys, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.